Hey, everybody. Welcome back to your favorite murder mystery channel, Trails to Tales. I hope everybody had a really good day today. I hope you enjoyed your nice long week. But without further ado, you get to relax, chill, and enjoy another mystery. This month, I wanted to get a little bit more creative and inspiring because I felt like, in the spirit of Halloween and murder mysteries, I thought it'd be pretty cool to feature some of our favorite boogeymen. Freddy, Jason, Michael, Chucky, Candyman, all of them. So if I do a tale this month and it reminds you of one of our boogeymen, please drop it in the comments. And those who get all of them correct throughout the whole month, I have a little surprise for you at the end. So without further ado, we're going to get started with, this might be a favorite of mine. This is called Killer Dreams. Now, Killer Dreams, I'm sure that might be an easy one. Y'all might guess that one. But don't forget, drop it in the comments. And if you like this channel and you like murder mysteries and you like these tales and the mysteries we solve together, don't forget to interact in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe. All right, without further ado, let's get started with Killer Dreams. Welcome back, case seekers. Tonight, I've got a story that'll make you check under your bed, double check your windows, and maybe sleep with one eye open. Imagine a place where nightmares aren't just in your head. They wander the halls, sip your cider, and wait for just the right moment. This story starts at Harvest House, a countryside inn with a history as crooked as the branches outside its windows. And tonight, a handful of guests are about to discover it isn't just a place to stay, it's a place that stays with you forever. And sometimes the terrors of your dreams become all too real. The October wind screamed against the cracked windows as Detective Andre Mitchell drove up the winding path towards Harvest House. He had been invited to a weekend getaway, telling himself he needed this break. From the cases at work, from the city, from the nightmares he had been carrying in his own head. The estate loomed before him, hawking and crooked, a silhouette of peeling paint, shattered dreams, and shadows that moved like they had purpose. Andre wasn't the only guest. The invitation, unsigned but elegant, had promised a weekend of exclusive Halloween experiences and intimate gatherings for the discerning traveler. The handwriting had been neat, perfect, almost clinical. It had arrived on a thick parchment that smelled faintly of cinnamon and old paper. Inside, the inn was dimly lit by candles that flickered across peeling wallpaper. The scent of cider and damp wood filled the air. Marcia Whitaker, the inn's owner, she had been waiting. A retired opera singer, flamboyant, sharp-tongued, and controlling in ways that only someone who once commanded a stage could be. She smiled at Andre as she handed him a glass of cider, her polished nails tapping on the rim. "Welcome," she said, her voice holding a melody of pride and something darker underneath. "You've been chosen to experience the inn like no other. A private gathering only for those who truly appreciate Halloween." Andre raised an eyebrow. Chosen? That wasn't something any hotel ever said to him before. But he smiled politely, already sensing something's a bit off. Other guests began to trickle in. Theo Grant, a history grad student, and true crime podcaster fiddling with a small recorder, muttering about authentic haunted logos and a perfect Halloween backdrop. Jalen Marks, the mechanic, leaned against a wall, arms crossed, half observing, half pretending to read a brochure. And then Cassie Doyle, quiet, intense, clutching her journal to her chest. She was scribbling notes as if the air itself might whisper secrets into her pen. No one knew each other, but tension hung over them like the storm outside, and already in their minds, nightmares were slipping in. Andre noticed it first. A twitch in Valerie Chin's eye, a shiver that passed down her spine, even though the room was still cold. The first signs came that night. Guests drifted to bed, each dreaming of their deepest fears. Valerie dreamt she was sipping cider in a room where the walls twisted around her and shadows whispered secrets only she could hear. Theo's dreams were filled with distorted echoes of his own voice, playing back his confessions in loops that made him sweat. Even Andre, in his room, felt the house itself watching, bending the fabric of his sleep towards something dark. And then the nightmare became real. Marcia's scream cut through the hall like jagged glass. Andre dashed towards the door, heart hammering. Valerie lay, sprawled on the floor, the cider she had drank, glowing faintly red under the candlelight. The shards of reflections of glass, tiny but sharp, had shredded her from the inside out. Her body twisting as if the dream itself had taken her and made it tangible. Her hands clutched the carpet, her eyes wide in terror, lips curled in a grotesque imitation of a smile. Andre's voice was low, controlled, trembling. Who does this? What is this? Theo crept behind him, whispering into his recorder. She knew it was coming, like she couldn't wake up. The wind screamed outside, lightning illuminated the walls, and shadows stretched like hands, reaching for the living. Andre realized the terrifying truth. This was no ordinary killer. This was like the house, the nightmares. They were feeding off of fear, bending the guests' dreams into weapons. The candle flames sputtered and died. Total darkness. A faint, soft laugh echoed down the halls. Amused, cruel, but almost familiar. Someone, something was enjoying the nightmare. It seemed pretty nostalgic. By the time the lights flickered back on, Andre had his first silent vow to himself made up. He knew he would uncover this before anyone else's dreams could even have the chance to become their death. And somewhere in the darkness, Cassie Doyle smiled, pen poised, already writing the next chapter. Case seekers. So, the first guest has fallen victim to a nightmare come to life, and the storm is only getting louder. Who will wake and who will fall asleep forever? Remember, case seekers, sometimes closing your eyes is the most dangerous thing you can do. Keep your eyes open, and if you dream tonight, watch your back. Well, this is a nightmare. No pun intended. Yeah, so we have a detective. Mr. Andre. Andre just wanted to go have a good weekend and do some fun Halloween stuff. All to get there with what's the creepy lady, the host of the inn, the owner? Marsha. Marsha. Yeah, Marsha. Marsha seemed creepy. I think Marsha know what's really up with that house. I think Marsha know that house is old, creepy, she creepy. I think she know what's up. The podcaster, the graduate, what's his name? Theo. Oh, Theo. I hope Theo does a good job and help the detective solve this case. But Valerie, poor Val. Girl, you gone already? Well, we're going to have to come back tomorrow and tune in and see who joins Valerie. It's going to be plenty more bodies that drop. Y'all know how I do. They be getting them gone. All right, y'all. Some cider. Lord help us. I'm going to need something better than cider to take me out. Lord. Anyway. See y'all tomorrow. Y'all know the drill. If you like the channel, you like the tale, like, share, subscribe. See you tomorrow. Enjoy your night.